Nintendo is killing the Wii U eShop in 2023, so let's go over the 10 rarest physical Wii U games that collectors should be looking out for. Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Botox Media. Of course, before we get into today's video, if you enjoy it, please do subscribe, please do like it, share it around, all that fun stuff. I have really been appreciating the support recently. You guys have been killing it. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers when I'm recording this, so hey, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff for more Wii U and 3DS content, collecting tips and tricks, stuff like that. Today, I did a similar video a week or two ago, going over the top 10 rarest physical 3DS games. Today, I want to do the top 10 rarest Wii U games, because Wii U is what I'm personally more interested in collecting, because I am very close to a complete set. I think I'm missing like 40 games right now, which really isn't that much. Similar to the 3DS video, these are going to be in no particular order, except for number 1, because the prices are obviously, you know, it's subjective. You might be able to get it for cheaper if you find a good deal. However, these are the 10 rarest Wii U games, 10 most expensive physical Wii U games, currently based on my own research and based on price charting. So, I actually have 12 listed here. I'm going to title it top 10, but we'll just go over all 12 of them. And starting off at number 11, sorry. Starting off at number 12, we have Project Zero Maiden of Blackwater. So this is Fatal Frame 5, for those that don't know. This was only released digitally in North America. Japan got it, and Europe got it physically, however, as Project Zero. This game currently fetches about $250 complete in box for the European version. For the Japanese version, it is significantly cheaper. It's like 60 to 70, which still is nothing to scoff at. The thing is, they only released a special edition for this game in Europe. They only released a big box. Typically, I don't like covering those because there's like variants, you know, like for 3DS, I was mostly covering just like the standalone physical releases. For Project Zero, though, they only released it in Europe as a big box game, so keep that in mind. That one is the one I still need to get. It's one of the only Nintendo published Wii U games I do not own right now, so I definitely need to get that. And if you are a Wii U collector, that is definitely one to be interested in because it's a first-party Nintendo game and it's very limited. So going on to number 11, like I said at the top of the video, this is one that you cannot even get. Basically, I've never seen it pop up for sale. My buddy Caleb does have it. And that is Skylanders Spyros Adventure. So you might be saying like, what do you mean Skylanders is expensive? Let me explain. So Spyros Adventure was the first Skylanders game, and it only released in Japan on the Wii U. It released obviously on Wii and 3DS and everything else in North America, but the Wii U version only released in Japan, published by Activision, of course. You can get the disc only for like 70 to 100 on eBay, despite the fact that there's only like 3 copies listed. You can get it. There is a starter pack that I'm gonna put a picture up on screen right now. I literally, here's the thing. I have to ask Caleb to send me a picture of his starter pack because I cannot find a picture of it online. I think if we're talking pure rarity, this is the rarest Wii U game. Everything else on this list, you can find listings of. It's just expensive. The Skylanders Spyros Adventure starter pack, good luck. Good luck. I have been trying because I really want it. Evidently, it's probably the best way to play Spyros Adventure. This is the most powerful console that Skylanders 1 was on, so I would like to have it, but that starter pack, man, is one of the rarest, if not the rarest Wii U product ever. It just doesn't pop up for sale. That's the issue. Moving on to number 10. We're actually in the top 10 now. Grad. This is another European exclusive, and that's actually a running trend with this. Most of these are import games. I should have said at the top. But yeah, Grad. So this was an indie game published by, I don't remember, but it was European only. I don't think it even had a Japanese release. Goes for about $1 to $150 right now. So yeah, keep an eye out for Grad. Number 9. This is one I actually have on the way in the mail. I got a really good deal on this. Okay, here's the thing. It's coming in the mail. The guy said the disc doesn't work. The disc looked perfect. He said he doesn't know why it stopped working one day. I think I can fix it based on what I saw. But I am talking about, of course, the illustrious Wii U game, Cabelas Big Game Hunts. Of course, another Activision game. This is a North American copy. I don't know how much the European is, or if there even is a European version, probably not. But just the Cabelas game, I don't know why this one in particular is so expensive. It'll run you on average like $90 to $100, which is obviously less than the other games we talked about so far. But yeah, keep an eye out for Cabelas Big Game Hunts. That's one of those things that you might see just in like a random lot of shovelware that someone doesn't know what they have, you know, that kind of thing. There is Cabelas Dangerous Hunts, 2013 on Wii U. That game is worth nothing. It's just Cabelas Big Game Hunts. Look out for that one. Number 8, this is another import game. I believe it only released in Europe. This is Hunter's Trophy to Europa. So similar to Cabelas, this is another hunting game. I don't know how much just the copy of the game with, like, in the case goes for, but most listings on eBay aren't even like that. Most of the listings for this game include the, like, rifle accessory they did for the Wiimotes, and it'll run you about $200 to maybe even $250. So this is another very expensive game, another import though. So if you're like me and you're really mostly focused on that North American collection, then hey, you don't have to worry about it. Eventually I will be expanding and trying to get every physical game, but right now I am more so focused on the North American stuff. Number 7, now this is a game I already showed. This is Game & Wario. So this game has skyrocketed in price recently. I guess I can't even say recently. It's been expensive for a while. It goes for about 100 to 150. I've seen some listed for 200. It has been going up though. I mean, when it released, it was $40, I believe. It is just a Wario. It's like WarioWare, but worse, basically. It was super underprinted, and yeah, it goes for a decent amount. Another first-party Nintendo game that will never get ported to Switch, that will probably keep rising in price. Another cheaper one on this list, I mean, at $150, that is pretty cheap considering the other stuff we're about to get into. Yeah, Game & Wario is definitely one to look out for if you mostly care about first-party Nintendo stuff. Number 6, so this is the only limited run game that Limited Run did on the Wii U, and that is, of course, Axiom Verge. So another bigger box game that had, like, special contents and stuff. You couldn't buy it just the disc only in the regular case. This is going for about $250 to $300 now. I'm kicking myself for not buying this back in the day. I really wish I had. But yeah, Axiom Verge, a great indie game, great Metroidvania, limited runs only Wii U game, you know, bread and butter. It makes sense. It makes sense that this game is expensive and will probably continue to rise in price. It's already on everything else, and yet it's still expensive. So that tells me that Axiom Verge will probably continue to creep in price. And I didn't have it on the list, but I'll go ahead and include it here. This was not a limited run game, but it was a limited game. It was done by V-Blank. They're the creators of Retro City Rampage. They did Shakedown Hawaii physically on Wii U. I believe, I don't know the exact number. I think it was like 3,000, maybe 5,000 copies total they did of Shakedown Hawaii on Wii U. It goes for like 60 to 70, I think, right now. But that price will probably keep rising. It was either the last Wii U game or second to last. I can't remember if it was Shakedown Hawaii or Just Dance 2019. It was one of those two. One of those two was the last physical Wii U game in North America. Next up, we have number 5, Turbo. So this is a completely random one. I guess it just didn't get many copies printed. I don't really know. But this is DreamWorks Turbo. When I said Turbo, you're probably thinking like, oh, what's Turbo? I'm talking about the snail, guys. I'm talking about that damn snail. So this game will run you about $150 to $200. I have not seen it cheaper than that. I think I saw one copy listed on eBay that was like $130 plus like $30 shipping from, like, I don't know, Mexico or something. So Turbo is one to keep out for. Another similar to Cabelas Big Game Hunts. You might be able to snag it in like a weird little bundle where someone doesn't know they have this weird shovelware. That's worth a ton of money. 4 more games left. So I don't know why I did it like that. 4 more games left. So 2 more limited run games. Limited, not limited run, limited games, and they're both European. So I actually ordered one of these just now, or just the other day. Shmup Collection. So this is just a collection of shmup, I guess, shmup games, you know, shoot 'em ups. This one will run you about 200. There's not that many listed. It is a European copy, so if you are collecting for North American copies, you don't really have to worry about it. But yeah, Shmup Collection is going for about 200. And then Finding Teddy 2, the same company, the same European, like, limited run company did this. I couldn't find any on eBay when I was doing my research. I don't know why. You would assume they're both the same company. They did them both at the same time. It'd probably be about the same. I didn't see any copies on eBay when I did my initial research. I'm sure they pop up. It can't be that bad, but based on Shmup Collection's pricing of like 150, 200, 250 in that range, I would assume Finding Teddy is 250-ish. You know, it's hard to get exact prices when these things just really don't pop up for sale that often. All right, we have 2 more games left here. I actually own one of them, number 1, by the way. Pretty excited to show you that. But number 2 is another shovelware game. This is a North American copy. Book of Unwritten Tales 2. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. I'm going to tell you guys a story about this game. I own this game. I used to. And then I sold it. So back in like 2015, 2016, I think when this game came out, I think it was 2016, I was initially like, oh, I might collect for Wii U in the future. But I was still too young. I didn't have a job, so I ended up selling a bunch of the games I had bought. This is one of them. I got it on clearance at Walmart for like $9, and now it's worth like $500. That is a big gap in prices there, by the way. All the other games are like in the $150 to $250 range. This game's like $400 or $500. So if you ever see Book of Unwritten Tales 2 for cheap, buy it and send it to me. Obviously, I'm joking, but yeah, Book of Unwritten Tales 2 is one of the rarest Wii U games, rarest physical games on the console. One to definitely look out for. And now we're going to get into the rarest Wii U game, a game you've probably heard of, a game I showed off in my last haul. Honestly, I would say it's up for debate if Book of Unwritten Tales 2 is rarer. And when I say rare and expensive, yes, technically those are two different things. You get my meaning. Usually I mean most expensive. Devil's Third is probably not as rare and as Book of Unwritten Tales 2. It probably has more copies than Book of Unwritten Tales 2, but currently it is fetching a higher price than Book of Unwritten Tales 2. This is Devil's Third. This is my copy, and a nice little protector here. One of the, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's other, like, older Nintendo consoles where, like, there's some super rare first-party game. In terms of modern Nintendo consoles, I cannot think of a singular game that is more expensive than Devil's Third published by Nintendo. There is Siren and Fate Special Edition, but that's a special edition, so I don't know if I really count that. This game had a super low print run in North America. I believe the rumor when it came out, okay, so if you don't know anything about Devil's Third, I'm going to do a separate video just on this game alone. It is a super, super bad, like, action game, from what I have heard. I haven't played it. Super bad game. Nintendo didn't even want to publish it. They just kind of reluctantly released it back in 2015. It was GameStop exclusive in the US, so that tells you everything you need to know right there. I believe the rumor was that opening week it had like 300 copies in the US. And then I remember it being super expensive back then, and then at some point, like the following summer, I remember they reprinted it, and it was somewhat available for like $80 or something like that. Now, of course, there's not going to be another printing of Devil's Third on the Wii U. I got a really good deal on it. It goes for like $600 to $1,000 in that range. My copy is used, to be fair, but if you're going for sealed, it's about $1,000. So there you guys have it. Those are the 10, 12, 13, however many games I actually ended up talking about. Rarest Wii U games physically. Most of them are imports. So if you're like me and you're mostly focusing on that North American collection, you don't really have to worry about it, which is really nice. Eventually, I do plan on going to that. Right now, the biggest holdouts for me that I personally actually really want. Of course, Spyros Adventure, which is the Japanese game, which goes against what I just said. But Axiom Verge is one I definitely want to get, and that's basically it. Because I have Game Wario, I have Devil's Third, and everything else is either European or Japanese. So there you guys have it. Those are the 10 rarest Wii U games to look out for in 2022 before the Nintendo eShop closes in 2023. If you have any suggestions for, well, for one, future videos I should make about the Wii U and 3DS, let me know down in the comments below. But also games I may have missed. I mean, I'm not perfect. I might have missed some games. There's a good chance. So let me know if I miss any major Wii U games in the comments down below. And I would love to get another discussion going. Maybe I'll do another one of these in the future. Maybe another Wii U collecting video, that kind of thing. And until next time, guys, of course, bye-bye.